Hello everyone, welcome back to our DBMS lecture series. In the previous classes, we have discussed different data models like hierarchical model, network model, relational model, and ER model also. So today we are going to take the next step and learn about database architecture, specifically the three-level architecture proposed by the ANSI Spark. Okay. So this is a very important concept because it explains how databases are structured, how users see the data, and how the system actually store it internally. Okay. So we'll also cover one of the most powerful features of database, data independence, which ensure that change in the storage or structure does not disturb the way user interact with the data. Okay. So I hope I am clear with the today's topic. So without wasting time, just start the video. So let's make our heading. So heading is database architecture and data independence. Just give me a minute. Uh, just 1 minute, guys. Okay. So let's start with the introduction. So So database architecture defines like how the database system is structured and how different user interact with it. Okay. The most widely accepted architecture in the ANSI Spark three-level architecture, which separate how data is viewed, represented, and stored. So let me write down this point. Database database architecture defines how the database system is structured and how different user interact with it. Okay, so the most widely accepted architecture for your information is NSA Spark, which is three-level architecture. Okay, so let's moving further. So concept component of DBMS. So let's discuss the component. Our next topic is compo components of DBMS. So basically, there are four components. First one is users. Second one is DBMS software. Third one is database. Fourth one is application. Okay. So let's understand one by one. So users means people who use the system. End user, you can say, or application developer or database administrator like that. Okay. This comes under users. And database software means which manages the database. Okay. And the third one is database. A database means collection of you can say understand like database like collection of the data stored on the storage device. Okay. And application means a program that interact with the database management system to perform some task. Okay. So these all are four component of the database management system. So next is the three-level database architecture. Okay, so three-level database architecture, which is given NSI, yeah, Spark. Okay, so divided into the architecture divided into three levels. It is divided into three levels. So the first one is external level, which is also called as view level. Okay. Next one is conceptual level, which known as logical level. And third one is internal level, which is called it physical level. So let's understand one by one. So the external level, which is close to the end users. Okay. So it defines how individual users see the data, and different user may have the different view. You can say like for an example, let's understand like a student see the marks of like you are a student, okay, you are a college student, so you can see your marks. You have some portal now, so on that portal you can see your marks or you can see your result, marks or result or attendance. Okay, but the admin can see the student fees details and result also. So this is called the view level or external level. Okay. So moving toward the conceptual level or logical level. So it provides the community view of the entire database. So what it means, like the data is stored and the relationship among the data it shows basically. It is independent of physical storage. And for example, you can take a university database, define entities like a student, course, faculty, and their relationships. So here it defining the relationship between your student, okay, course, and faculty. Okay. So some database is there in the conceptual level. It shows like how a student is related to the course and how course is related to the faculty. So it defined that. It these all happens in the logical layer, yeah, logical level you can say. And the next one is, let me remove this. And next one is internal level. So it is very close to the physical storage, or you can say the hard disk or SSD of your device, or so it describe like how data is actually stored in the system. Okay, like you are saving some files now. So where it save in your file save in the hard disk or your storage device, whatever you are using, like SSD or hard disk. So it describe like same thing like the actual data is stored. Uh, it need a place where it will store now. So like in the hashing or indexes form, it can be saved. For example, you can say the weather data is stored as B binary tree or flat file. What it means. So suppose this is your database. This is your data, okay, and it is stored in the disk. Okay, so where it will store now? Physical level take care of that. Where it will go and which part of the disk and where it will store. So all things should be taken care by the physical level only. Okay. So let's draw the diagram of the three-level architecture. So it is something like these all are the views. View 1, view 2, view 3, and it can be the student marks, it can be the admin fees and faculty data. Okay. So after this, these all are connected by the conceptual level. So conceptual level means entries, university database, or entities of like a student, course, faculty, and all. Okay. Your entire university database will be stored here only. Okay. And next is internal level. Internal level, which stores the file index or some records. Okay. So here you store like files, files, index, record. Okay. And this is your entire database. And this is the view level, as I have explained. So let's talk about our next topic, which is data independence. So data independence. Okay. So what it means like ability to change one level without affecting higher level. Okay. So there are two types. Like the first one is physical data independence. So it so basically what it do. So first point like it change internal storage do not affect the conceptual level. Okay. So for example, change indexing method from binary tree to hashing does not affect logical schema. So this is called the physical data independence. Now the second one is logical data independence. So what it means, it change in conceptual schema do not affect external view. External view. Okay. So for example, you can say like you have to add the email in the student entity. Okay. So it should not affect the existing user views. Okay. Suppose you have added one email in your data of the student. Okay. So it does not need to change the user view of. Okay. I think you are getting my point. So this can be considered as the logical data independence. So let's talk about some advantage of this. So advantage of three level architecture. Okay. So the first advantage is separation of user views and physical storage. So it separate the user view and the physical storage. Okay. And second one is provide data abstraction. Okay. Third point is support data independence. The fourth point is easier database design and maintenance. Okay. And fifth one is better security, like are users see only their required data. Okay. You can see only the required data. So let's recap what we have did till now. Okay. So we have discussed like the DBMS follows a three-level architecture, which called as external, conceptual, and internal, as I have told here. Okay, external, external, conceptual, and internal level. And external level is called as view level. Conceptual level can is called as logical level, and internal level is called as physical level. And we have showed that it help in the abstraction of the data independence, and we also see the data independence is it data independence types, which is physical and logical, and how improve flexibility, security, and maintainability of database. So this is all about the today's lecture. In the next lecture we will discuss the next concept of DBMS. So till then, I hope you have like my video. So please like the video, subscribe my YouTube channel, and please press the bell icon so that you can get the updated notification. So तब तक के लिए keep learning, Keep exploring. Tata, bye bye, good night.